I'm going to be playing Second Breakfast, challenge number 15, Under the Ash Mountains. And the restrictions for this deck are Doomed, Warrior, and Master. So we're going to be playing with the One Ring. And I'm going to be playing a Dwarf deck that has Nori, 9 threat, Spirit Hero, 2/1, 2/4, Dwarf. Response: after you play a dwarf character from your hand, reduce your threat by 1. Baragond is a 10 threat Spirit Hero, 0/1/4/4 Gondor Warrior Sentinel. Response: after Baragond defends an attack and takes no damage, reduce the defending player's threat by 1. Limit once per round. And the third hero is Saruman. He's a 13 threat lore hero, 3/4/2/4 Astari Isengard. When a player card effect would reduce your threat by any amount, reduce that amount by 1 to 1. While playing an event with the printed Doomed keyword, Saruman gains the printed Leadership, Spirit, and Tactics icons. Response: after you play a card with the Doomed keyword, ready Saruman. So the starting threat for the deck is 32. And the reason why I have these two dwarfs, this dwarf and this and Spirit Baragond, is because of their threat reduction. Each time you play a dwarf, it's a separate scenario, so you're going to be able to reduce your threat by 1 each time. So it's not going to be affected by the restriction on Saruman. And the One Ring I'm putting onto Baragond. I'm going to be getting Inner Strength out of my deck. Our opening hand. Erluin Miner, Dwalin, Legacy of Numenor, Reckless Attack, Legacy of Numenor, and a Map Maker. I'm going to take a mulligan. Troubled by Darkness, Farsighted, Word of Command, Erebor Record Keeper, Reforged, and a map. We'll keep this hand. (1)A. Each player with more than 40 cards in his deck discards cards from the top of his deck until he has 40 cards left. First player adds a copy of Turek Gorva Patrol to the staging area. Each other player adds one different location to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck, and discard cards from the top until a side quest is discarded. Reveal that side quest, shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. I have 85 cards in my deck right here, so I'm going to be discarding 45. This deck is built on playing stuff out of your discard pile. There's cards that benefit when they're discarded from the top of your deck. Oscars, none of the cards that you benefit got discarded. So this goes into the staging area. It's going to be a 3-threat enemy, and while it's in the staging area, you can't put more than 5 progress on the main quest. The tunnels. So we have to travel to a location if able, and when you explore a location, you put one resource here and it can't be chosen as the main quest unless there are 3 resources here. It's actually, I think, the best one. Draw a card. Bomber. We're going to spend 1 and search our deck for an event. Our location, right? That costs 1. I'm going to get a dwarf pipe and put that on the Nori, so when a card is discarded from the top of my deck, I can exhaust it and put it at the bottom. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. I'm going to quest for 5, and there is 3 in the staging area. Spawn a Shelob and a Burning Reek. Doom 1. Each player discards 1 card from the top of his deck for each character he controls. I have 3 characters. Forest, Snare, Longbeard, Mapmaker, and a Glorfindel. So we quest successfully by 1. We're going to optionally engage this Spawn a Shelob. We're not going to discard any cards, so it's got +2 attack. We're going to block with Baragond. No shadow. Reduce our threat by 1. At the end of the round, we have to discard 3 cards. Steward of Gondor, Stand and Fight. I'm going to put that to the bottom. And then a Toy Maker. Go to the next round. Map. We're going to spend 1 and play Word of Command and search our deck for a card. We're going to get a Unexpected Courage. Actually, do I have one in my discard pile? No. And then we're going to play it and put it onto Aragon. We're also going to put Inner Strength onto Aragon. I'll play it. Arable Record Keeper, and reduce our threat by 1. We're going to play a Farsighted, raise our threat by 1, ready up Saruman, and we get a look at the top 5 cards of the encounter deck. We'll put them back in the same order. So each player discards cards at the top of it. Until the end of the round, you add the total, and that's going to be a shadow card. And okay, now we're going to quest. Quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's 3 in the staging area. This reveals, adds 2. So we quest successfully by 1. Now we're going to optionally engage the patrol. Makes immediate attack. I'm going to block with Varagon. And no shadow. Reduce my threat by 1. I would deal out shadow cards. Block with Saruman. No shadow, no damage. And then I'm going to take this one undefended. 2 damage. I'm going to put that on to Nori. At the end of the round, we have to discard the top 3 cards of our deck. Hidden Cache, we'll put 2 resources onto Varagon, Forest Snare, and Ioris. We're going to put that at the bottom of our deck. Dwarf Pipe. We're going to put that onto the Record Keeper. we're going to put a map onto Nori. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. The quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is revealed. So we quest successfully by 3. Now this engages. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block with Baragond. No shadow, reduce our threat by 1. Now we're going to block with Baragond. Discard the top. It's 2 resources. We'll put that onto Baragond. And exhaust a character. We don't have any characters to exhaust. So we go to the next end of the round. We have to discard 3 cards. Unexpected Courage. Minor, that goes into play. And Weaver, we'll put that at the bottom. We actually even put 2 cards at the bottom. Draw a card. Weaver, we're going to put the Weaver into play. We shuffle this card into our deck. We're going to play the map for 4 with playing a Reforged and put Farmir into play. This goes to the bottom of our deck. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's none in the staging area. Spawn a Shelob, a Surge, and each player discards the top card of his deck. Shadow of the Past, so it adds 2. So there's 3 in the staging area. We quest successfully by 5. We're going to exhaust Farmir to make it 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're up to 15. This engages us. We're going to discard the top card. And send that to the bottom with the dwarf pipe. Now block with Baragond. This doesn't destroy character. We lower our threat by 1. Going to block the Nameless Beast with Baragond. 1. So it's attacking for 4. No damage. Now this is going undefended. No shadow. 2 damage. Put it on the Sturmon. Go to the end of the round. We have to discard 3 cards. We can put 1 at the bottom of our deck. Hidden Cache. Ioris. Put her at the bottom. And Unexpected Courage. Draw a card. Handmaiden. Spend 3 and put Bomber into play. Lower our threat by 1. Then 2 and put a map into play. Now we're going to go questing. Quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there is 0 in the staging area. Doom 1. When revealed, till the end of the round, treat the text box is blank except for traits. So we put 8 progress. Here bringing up to 23. Deal out shadow cards. Going to block with Baragond. Doesn't destroy character or lower threat by 1. Going to block with Baragond. To discard the top card, 0. We're going to put 2 resources onto Baragond and put this at the bottom of the deck as one of the pipes. And he's discarded the top card of the encounter deck. If it's an enemy, we're going to raise our threat by 1 to cancel that. Now we're going to block with Bomber. And he takes 1 damage. Go to the end of the round. You have to discard the top 3 cards. Farsighted. Legacy and Numenor. And a Stand and Fight we'll put to the bottom. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this guy should have attacked and blocked with him. We're going to attack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Against 0. And it's the Orc Passage. So that's 2. So we quest successfully by 2. So we go to the next round. And we got 2A. Search the encounter deck and discard pile for a side quest, reveal it, and then search the encounter deck and discard pile. Oh, and discard cards from the encounter deck until X enemies are discarded, where X is the number of players in the game. We're going to get the Hunt for Beasts. Now we discard until we get an enemy. Oh, the troll. We're going to leave that instead. We have to engage that thing. Oh, first we have to travel. Oh, we travel to the Orc Passage. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies attacking, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. Okay, so we got Cave Troll engages us. So we got and we're going to block the Cave Troll with Baragon and discard the top card of the encounter deck if it's an enemy. Add to the staging area. It is. Now we're going to block here. And if this doesn't destroy, so reduce the threat by 1. We're going to block with the Heirloom Miner. We discard the top to 1. Have to discard an attachment. We're going to discard that pipe. And this is destroyed. Now we're going to block with Bomber. This attack destroys a character. It doesn't destroy, it takes 1 damage. And we're going to do this. Play Doom 4. And we add 1 resource to each of our heroes. Go up to 46. Ready up Saruman and block with Saruman. It doesn't do any damage, so no damage. Now we go to the next round and we have to discard the top 4 cards. Jubire. Miner goes into play. Dwarf Pipe. Puts out at the bottom. Hammersmith. Draw a card. Unexpected Courage. We had to deal 1 damage to here. We're going to spend 2. Put Unexpected Courage on the Baragon. We're going to spend 5 and put Glorfindel into play. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We are not going to quest. Reveal Doom 1. Till the end of the round, treat the printed text box of each character as if it were blank. So we raise quest for nothing, and there's no threat. There's 4 threat in the staging area. So we raise our threat by 4. Now we're going to optionally engage him. He makes an attack. We're going to block with Baragon. We're going to raise our threat by 1 to cancel that effect. And we're going to block the Baragon with the patrol, no shadow. Block the other patrol, no shadow, so we reduce our threat by 1. So Baragon is done. We're going to block this guy, this bomber. And 0. Bomber is destroyed. Now with him, attacking for 6. I'm going to block Glorfindel with this Glorfindel. Does 1 damage. I'm going to discard the Weaver to ready up. I'm going to block with him with the Mordor and either discard 2 cards or return attacking enemy to the staging area. And so he does 3. So I have to discard 2 cards. We're going to discard 2 cards and then discard 2 cards for that. This goes into play. Now this, he's gone. Block with a minor. Defending player can't ready until the end of the round. Now we go to the end of the round. We have to discard 4 cards. We're going to put that at the bottom of our deck. Actually, we're going to let it go. Now it's 2 more. 3 more. Put this one at the bottom of our deck. Draw a card. Map. We could put, no. Thinking of playing an event in our discard pile. we're going to play the map to play the definite challenge. Doom 2. And this goes to the bottom of our deck, and we're going to ready up the Heirloom Miner. Now we're going to spend 2 to put the map down. And now we're going to quest 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. We're also questing with Barragond. And now we're going to exhaust Farm Air to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to make it 16. Reveal a troll. That added 3. Now we're going to play Untroubled by Darkness for 2. And now we're going to discard the map and play another Untroubled by Darkness for 2. So all my dwarf characters get +4 because of the orc passages underground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It goes up to 32. And there's 3, so it brings it up to 29. And then minus off 4, it brings it down to 25. And we needed 25 on the quest. There we go. Just exactly. MVP is Untroubled by Darkness. I played this off camera, and I ended with 44 threat and 1 card left in my deck. I'm ending this one with 43 threat and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threat. 6 cards left in my deck. So, thanks for watching, and have a great day.